in a startling turn of events. A shooting outside Kapil Sharma's newly opened Caps in Surrey, British Columbia, has sparked a national conversation on extremism, diaspora politics, and public safety, though no injuries were reported in the incident. The aftermath has been anything but quiet. Within 24 hours of the attack, a video surfaced online in which Harjeet Singh Laddi, a man reportedly linked to the banned separatist group, Babbar Khalsa International, claimed responsibility for the shooting. His declaration sent shockwaves through both law enforcement circles and the Indian-Canadian community. This incident has reignited the complex debate around radical elements operating within Canada's Indian diaspora, while the vast majority of Indo-Canadians are peaceful and law-abiding citizens. Recent years have seen a disturbing rise in activity from fringe separatist groups, such as Babbar Khalsa International, which is designated a terrorist organization in India and monitored internationally. Laddi's alleged connection to Babbar Khalsa International has raised questions about how such groups continue to operate under the radar in countries like Canada, which pride themselves on multicultural inclusivity and democratic freedoms. Kapil Sharma, one of India's most beloved comedians, had only recently launched his Canadian venture in Surrey, home to one of the largest South Asian populations in the country. The cafe's grand opening was seen as a celebration of cross-cultural ties and entrepreneurial ambition, attracting fans from across British Columbia. That a violent political message was delivered at such a venue has left many in the community shaken. It is more than just a shooting. It is an attempt to intimidate and divide, said one local business owner whose shop is located near the cafe. In response to the incident, Canadian authorities have increased security at high-profile South Asian businesses and temples in Surrey and nearby Vancouver. RCMP units are working with intelligence services to investigate the broader implications, including whether this was an isolated act or a part of a coordinated campaign to reignite Khalistani sentiment abroad. Prime Minister Mark Carney issued a brief statement condemning the violence and reaffirming Canada's commitment to fighting extremism regardless of ideology or origin. Civil unrest has followed. Protesters, both in support of and against Laddi's actions, have gathered in Surrey, leading to confrontations and minor clashes. The city's mayor has called for calm, while urging the federal government to launch a task force on diaspora-linked extremism. Social media platforms are now flooded with hashtags like #JusticeForKapil and #StopK, while some fringe accounts are using the incident to stoke division between Sikh and Hindu communities in Canada. This is not the first time Surrey has seen political violence linked to South Asian separatism. In 2023, a Hindu temple was vandalized with pro-Khalistan graffiti following Indian government crackdowns abroad. That incident had also prompted diplomatic tensions between Ottawa and New Delhi relations that have been strained further since the Harjeet Singh Laddi killing and the resulting diplomatic fallout between the two countries. Critics argue that Canada's broad protection of freedom of speech and association can sometimes be exploited by extremist elements. We not ignore the signs anymore, said a former CSIS analyst in an interview with CBC. If radical actors are using Canadian soil to plan or promote acts of violence, even symbolically, it is a national security threat. As investigations continue, many Canadians are grappling with the implications of this attack. Was it a political message, a personal vendetta cloaked in ideology, or a sign of deeper unrest brewing beneath the surface of an otherwise peaceful community? Whatever the motive, the shooting outside Caps has exposed the fault lines between free expression, national security, and community cohesion in a multicultural Canada. As tensions remain high and investigations unfold, all eyes are on Surrey and how Canada will respond to rising ideological extremism on its soil. The Kapil Sharma Café shooting has not only shaken a community, it has reignited urgent national conversations around safety, identity, and accountability. Stay informed, stay safe, and for more stories that matter to Canadians, like, share, and subscribe to West is Best.